Hello to everyone. I hope that you're all doing very well. My name is Maya and I'm an astrotherapist. Welcome to the channel Divine Astrology. Let's talk about Scorpios, right? From experience, from one level, I think this is the most hated sign. And from another, I think this is the most beloved sign. But I'm sure of one thing, that people really do not understand this sign. They do not understand the essence of it. So I will try to explain to you really the essence of this sign. Imagine that you're fixed, that you have a fixed energy, which means that you need something safe and secure, and that you not in the mood of changes so often, from one point. And from the other point, at the same time, you need to be changeable. You need to be changeable in order to stay normal, emotionally normal, to be honest. So you need to be Phoenix, to die and reborn every single day, which is a moment of being changeable. So you need to be fixed and changeable at the same time. Imagine how difficult that is. So in the sign of Scorpio, we have 5 planets. We have the moon, we have the Venus, we have the Uranus, we have the Mars and Pluto. Moon is in fall. Venus in the Trimen, Uranus is in exaltation, and Mars and Pluto, they are the rulers, but Pluto is in exaltation as well as Uranus. So the most important planet for the sign of Scorpio is the moon. And now this is very important for you to understand. So the moon is in fall on the 3rd degree of the sign of Scorpio, as well as exaltation of the Pluto. So on 1 degree of the energy of this degree, we have the exaltation of the Pluto and the fall of the moon. 3rd degree of the sign of Scorpio equals the energy of the Gemini. So if I talk about a very low vibrational Scorpio, I talk about the person who is emotionally locked up, moon, fall of the moon, and at the same time is in a control, Pluto. When you are emotionally locked up, then you are in the control because you are in a fear of emotions. And all of that on the mental degree, Gemini. So we have people who try to control themselves mentally, locking themselves up emotionally. So men and women will act differently. Women, they can go from moment where they are on a superficial level. I'm saying on a superficial level, to emotional superficial. It can be very superficial because they're afraid of depths. So they can be on one level too emotional, too drama queen, too energy, too much in that fire mood. Or they can embrace the energy of men, which means they are taking care of everyone as men should take care of everyone. They're locking themselves up emotionally and taking care of everything and everyone except themselves. Either of those two energies, not good. Men, they can go from a moment that they using it on a sexual level, but very superficial sexual level, where they are losing their energy all the time and they're not aware of it. Or they can go from a moment of hiding and mental control. So they are in total mental control, trying to control everything about them, especially the emotions and the sexual need. On a very low vibrational level, it goes like that. And then you have, because when they are on a very low vibrational level, when they are not aware of the moon, because the moon is the most important part, then they're acting like Mars. They're acting like boys on some level emotionally. They're acting like boys. I'm not talking about ego. I'm talking about emotions. So, and women, they're acting like girls. So they will never become a Pluto. Scorpios, they want to become a Pluto through transformation, through that reborn moment, they want to become a Pluto, because being a Pluto is amazing. Feeling a Pluto, being a Pluto is just amazing. And to become a Pluto, you need to work on yourself. But if you're not working on yourself, then a Pluto will give you some very unpleasant things in your life, like health problems. We are talking about the eighth house, the number 8. So the most difficult disease comes from this sign. I'm sorry to say this, I'm telling you this from experience. A disease that needs chemo. Or with women, they have problems to give birth, or they can often lose their unborn to lose their unborn children. I'm saying this from experience. So for women, they are healers for themselves. No one can heal you except yourself. So because the moon represents the mother and the woman. For the woman, they are the healers. So you need to be willingly open to heal yourself before life try to transform you. If you get to that stage that life needs to transform you, trust me, it will hurt. I've seen this a lot of time. But if you willingly open yourself to transform and start digging and start embrace your fears and everything that is in the shadows in yourself, you will change, you will transform. Don't wait for life to change you. Don't wait for that. And it can happen around 36, 37, 38 the first time. It can happen around those numbers. So for men, because the moon represents the mother and the moon represents the woman, and they're not women, so they need a woman. They will transform through woman. And with men, it's difficult because when they're emotionally locked up, they have that very strong ego at the same time, and they need time for it. They need time to understand that through this transformation, they will not be able to go alone. It's the sign. It's that energy. So they need, but not any woman. They need a woman who is emotionally stable, open, and mental at the same time. So she needs to be balanced, because only if she's balanced, she will know how to act, what to say, when to say, how to say. She will love them unconditionally. They need unconditional love, because only when a woman loves them unconditionally, she will have she will understand what's happening, and she will give them time. They will need time for it. And the time, through time, they will feel secure by her side. So on one level, man needs a woman to go through a transformation. And with men, those, on some level can be health, or even problems with money with men can start around 42, 43, something like that. This is from experience until now. So on the low vibration level, as I already told you, we have a locked up person. We have a problem with emotions. We have a moment of controlling, or for some women, they're going into that man phase where they're acting like men, working from shadows, which is not good for the feminine energy. It's not good at all. And then we have the Pluto, who is looking all of this and saying, no, I don't like it. So I need to give you some kind of transformation, and that transformation can hurt. Trust me. And Uranus will give you unexpected things that you will not like. You will not like it. Trust me. Even it doesn't matter that Uranus is in exaltation. So about the mother, about the moon, because the moon is the most important part. The moon represents the mother, as I already told you. So that means that mother, on some level, either she was too mental, she was too controlling, she was in control of her own feelings, maybe too judgmental, maybe too strict, or she was too emotional, she was in the victim mood, and that helps Scorpios close themselves up because they need people, empaths around them who will understand, but they will not push them. They will not push them, and they will do it very easily. And that's the only moment when they can feel safe around someone, because they are attaching to people on some level because they're fixed. And when they choose someone, they will become fixed. It's like that. It's that kind of energy. So choose properly and be very wise when you're choosing someone. So Scorpios, they are on some level hidden empaths, so they can feel everything, and that's the problem. On some level, when they're emotionally closed up, they're afraid of emotions and changes. They're afraid of changes. They're afraid of losing people they love, which is okay because they already in the mood that on emotional level they lost themselves. So now they're afraid of losing people they love, which is, well, I can understand that, but you need to start working on your own emotions because you are the source of energy. Scorpios are the source of energy, and when you are emotionally closed up, you cannot work with your source. You're closing up your source, and everything you do, everything you say, it doesn't matter how mental strong you are, your energy will remember. And at one point in your life will affect your health. Eighth house in astrology is the house of health. 6th, 8th, and 12th, those are the houses of health. It will affect your health on some level. The part of your body, well, the weakest one. So, because you are the source of the energy, you need to know how to work with it. Because everything is energy. And the other thing, very, very important thing for Scorpios is sexual energy. They need to practice it, but on a meaningful level. So, on a very low vibration level, on one hand, they can change a lot of partners, especially women. They can change a lot of partners, which is not good. Which is not good because you're losing your energy. You're losing your energy all the time. Because through intimacy, you're giving and gaining. Giving and getting. It's very important what you will get. And it's very important to whom you will give. So then if it is superficial on some level, then you're losing your energy. Or it can go through a stage where you're locking yourself up for it and you think you don't need it. Yes, you need it. Your energy needs it. Your energy needs it on one level, but not on a mental level. You need it on a very emotional level to really connect with the person you are intimate, to feel the person, because Scorpios can feel you so deeply. They can enter your energy and feel everything without a word. You don't need to say a word. What you want, how you want, they can feel it, everything. They need it. Because when they are in that kind of mood, when they are open to it, when they are not in the mood of control, in the mood of fear and so on, then they are spreading their energy. Their energy wants it, needs it, because the most powerful energies on this world is sexual energy and energy of love. The most one. Well, people think it's mental. It's not mental. These two. So, that's the reason why the moon is in fall there. The moon and the sun are the most important planets here. This is why, well, that's the reason why the moon is in fall on 3rd degree. And if you remember, we talk about in Gemini, the number 3 is very important, because on the third degree of Gemini, we had the exaltation of the North Node, the part of the moon. And again, we had the number 3. Just connect. It's very obvious. Just connect. I know this is a lot of Virgo thing, but my Virgo helped me understand all of this and to connect. So just think about it. The number 3 and what Scorpio is doing. What they are doing. They are in a mental control, mental third degree, and we have the part of your soul there, and we have the fall of your soul there. So it's very obvious. If we talk about a high vibrational level of Scorpio, we are talking about a magician. That's amazing. Being a magician, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's amazing. You can sense, you know, you act, you do, you say, you love, you do everything you want, because everything it's not in your control, because you don't need to control anything. It's in your sense. You're sensing everything. Imagine how powerful that is. Imagine how powerful that is. So, my dear Scorpio, I can talk about this sign for hours. And I can talk about and tell you from experience, and I already said I have a lot of experience with it. Those are my clients. Scorpios, especially women with the moon in Scorpio, moon in 8th house, moon Pluto, those are my clients. And I'm telling you this from experience. So I can talk about it for hours. But I don't have hours here. So let's say it like this. If you're a Scorpio, in order to gain your power, work with your shadows. Because in your shadows lies your sun, lies the light. In your shadows, the light is hidden somewhere. So you don't need to be afraid. Just go in your shadows and see your light, and then everything will change. And for the women, you are the healers. No one can heal you. You are the only one who can heal yourself, and you're so amazing in that. I've seen a lot of transformation for this 10 years through my clients. And for men, choose wisely. Not by your eyes, by your heart. If you want to transform, and to stop being mental, because it's very important for you to stop being mental, because when you stop being mental, then a lot of things will change that you weren't even aware. So I hope this will help someone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. It's all from me for now. Bye.